So hello students. So last poem, class 12th. Yes, you should be happy that this is the last poem. Okay, so first part we have already done. Second stanza, third stanza are left, but first stanza we have already done. And I think you still remember the first stanza, you haven't forgotten anything. You might have done few readings. Okay, if not, then please do it. Okay, quick recap of the first stanza. This lady, Aunt Jennifer, she is living her dreams through a design. She wants to live a life of freedom, of bravery, and that's why, though because this is not possible in her own life, so that's why she is making the design where she is showing tigers who are very brave. Now we come to the next stanza, second stanza. Aunt Jennifer's fingers fluttering through her wool. Now, though she is making the design of tigers, because these tigers symbolize bravery and freedom, freedom of expression, freedom of will and wish, whatever they want to do, they do. But when she's making this design, her own fingers are fluttering, shaking, trembling. Okay, but this is not physical weakness. Rather, actually, this is her own anxiety. Okay, her own nervousness. She's all alone, maybe at that time, she's all alone in the house. She's making the design. Husband is out, he is maybe in the office. Though husband is not there, still she is feeling nervous. Okay, so this kind of life now she's living. There is always nervousness, or we can say nervousness has become a part of her personality now. And that's why when she's making this design, her fingers are fluttering, shaking, shivering through her wool. Means she's not able to hold the wool also properly, hold the needles properly, find even the ivory needle hard to pull. And she's feeling as if these needles are very heavy to carry. She's not able to handle the wool and the needles, okay, we can say in a proper way. Why? Because her fingers are fluttering. And this fluttering, shivering, shaking because of mental weakness, okay, because of nervousness. And now, why? When husband is not here, then why she is nervous? Because the massive weight of uncle's wedding band sits heavily upon Aunt Jennifer's hands. Husband is not here, but actually she is wearing the band which was given at the time of her wedding by her husband. So this band, because she is wearing in the wrist, so this band is always reminding her that she is a married woman. She is a part of male dominating society. She has lost her freedom. She has lost her identity. So this wedding band takes place of husband. When husband is not there, wedding band is there. So maybe for her it is enough to tell her, to remind her that she is a part of male dominating society, patriarchal society. Okay, and that's why this wedding band, though maybe it is very light in weight or it's not that heavy, but to her, because this is symbolic of so many things, symbolic of her lost freedom, symbolic of her lost identity, that's why this band is no more now ordinary band to her. Rather, this is a symbol of, we can say, lost womanhood. Okay, and that's why this seems to be very heavy to her, sits heavily upon Aunt Jennifer's hands. So maybe this band is not that heavy, but to her it seems very heavy because it reminds her every time, all the 24 hours of the day, that she has lost her own identity, because the society in which she now lives in, it is a masculine society. Okay, so that's why when she's making the design, her fingers are fluttering, shaking. When aunt is dead, her terrible hands will lie, still ringed with ordeals she was mastered by. Actually, we can say here, actually, she is burdened by this earthly, we can say, ceremony which is called marriage. Okay, she is not enjoying this married life. Rather, this marriage has become a burden, and that's why throughout the life she suffers. And now, when she would die, maybe even after death, she would not be free of this feeling of that burden or that married life, which is no less than a hell for her. And that's why the poet says, when the aunt is dead, her body would be put in the coffin. And in the coffin, when her body would be put, even at that time, her fingers, that particular finger would be having that wedding ring, which was maybe given at the time of engagement or at the time of wedding. Okay, this ring is given by uncle. So this ring she would still be wearing, the body would still be wearing. So this ring throughout the life always gave her this feeling that she has lost everything in life. And now even after the death, the ring is still there in the coffin, and maybe it will be reminding now the spirit, if not the body, that yes, she had lost freedom, and maybe even after death she is not free. Okay, hands will lie still ringed with ordeals. So the ring will be there, reminding the soul about the ordeals. Now, what is the meaning of ordeals? Ordeals means very tough experiences, very horrible experiences. Okay, when some experiences can be bad, can be good. So naturally there are some bad experiences also, but when the experiences are really very, very bad, then we do not use the simple word experience, then we use the word ordeal. And as far as this Aunt Jennifer is concerned, her experiences were not only bad. Maybe these experiences of married life were ordeal for her. That's why this ordeal word is written. So this ring would remind that she was always there to face the ordeals, hard experiences, horrible experiences, tough experiences in her life. And even after death, the soul will not be free because of this ring. Now this ring is actually can be explained in two ways. One is ornament, that this ring was always there to remind that she is married woman. Even after marriage, it will be reminding the soul that she is still not free from all these ordeals. Another meaning, ring, actually here you see the word is ed. Here ring is now used as verb also. Okay, so ringed means verb. Here ringed means surrounded. Okay, throughout her life she was surrounded by the tough experiences. Okay, so this ring would be reminding her soul that throughout the life of this body, of this lady, she was ringed by the horrible experiences. So ring will be reminding that she was ringed by, she was surrounded by the hard experiences. She was mastered by. Okay, that throughout the life she was facing hard experiences because of uncle. And uncle always behaved like a master. Actually, whenever we use the word master, actually master means the person who is having slaves, isn't it? Because he is the master of the slaves only. So it means the poetess is here hinting at this thing also, that maybe husbands always took their wives as their slaves only. That's why the husband is used, or the master word is used for husband. So who is the master here? The husband. If the husband is master, it means he might have always taken wife as a slave only. So this kind of life, the wife, this Aunt Jennifer has experienced. The tigers, now she will be no more, even then the ring would be there in the hand, and this ring would be reminding the soul that she really had very hard time when she was alive. And the poetess now in the end line says, the tigers in the panel that she made will go on prancing proud and unafraid. She says when this lady is no more, but the design will remain here forever, because this is design, there is no life in the design. So if there is no life, it means there is no death. Okay, so it means design will always be there. Okay, the color may fade, but even then design will be there. That's why she says the tigers in the panel that she made will go on prancing. But here there is another meaning. Now you have to remember this thing. In the first two lines, when we are talking about prancing tigers, we say that actually these prancing tigers are the dream life of this Aunt Jennifer. She also wants to be brave like those tigers who are unafraid of the men standing beneath the tree, who are unafraid of the hunters, and they are ready to pounce, to jump on its prey. So in the first two lines, when we are thinking, we are talking about the tigers, tigers means that life which the lady wants to live, life of bravery, life of bravery. But here in the end lines, here tigers are not symbolic of ladies' dreams. Here tigers are symbolic of males of the society. So the poetess is saying that this lady would die, but even then the men in this society will not feel any pain, will not feel that somewhere they were wrong in treating their wives. They will rather keep on what they have been doing. So that's why it is written the tigers will go on prancing. So here tigers are actually husbands. Okay, in the first line tigers are the dreams, and here tigers are the husbands. That husbands will go on prancing, go on ill-treating their wives, go on pouncing on their wives. Okay, as if they are the masters and the wives are the slaves. So the tigers will go on prancing, proud and unafraid. The male will always remain proud of what they have been doing. The males will always remain unafraid of the consequences of their behavior towards their wives. Means even after the death of their wife, no male understands that their wives had suffered a lot and now this is enough and they should change themselves. I hope you have understood. So very quick recap in Hindi कि यहाँ पर एड्रीन रिच ने एक वो सोसाइटी दिखाई है जो शायद हम कभी कभी उम्मीद भी नहीं करते हैं कि वेस्टर्न कंट्रीज में भी ऐसी सोसाइटी रही होगी, लेकिन 1950 की अगर हम बात करते हैं तो शायद तब सेकेंड वर्ल्ड वॉर के बाद दुनिया एक नई करवट ले रही थी और वहाँ पर किसी भी शायद देश में उस वक्त शायद माहौल ऑलमोस्ट एक जैसा था। औरतों की अमेरिका में बहुत ज़्यादा इज्जत नहीं थी। आज हमें लगता है कि शायद डाइवोर्स वगैरह वहाँ बहुत इजीली हो जाते हैं, लेकिन उन दिनों में डाइवोर्स वहाँ भी इजीली नहीं होते थे। जैसे यहाँ डाइवोर्स को अच्छा नहीं मानते हैं, वहाँ भी ऐसा ही डाइवोर्स को अच्छा नहीं मानते थे। शायद यहाँ से भी बुरी हालत थी कि वहाँ पर औरतें सोच भी नहीं सकती थी डाइवोर्स लेने की। और उसी तरह की एक कहानी यहाँ पर हम कह सकते हैं कि पोइट ने दिखाई है कि वो कहते हैं कि ये जो लेडी है बहुत बुरी लाइफ जी रही है। उसको नहीं मालूम था कि शादी का मतलब यही है कि उसकी अपनी फ्रीडम छिन जाएगी, लेकिन वो छिन गई है। अब वो कुछ नहीं कर पाती है, लेकिन अपने इस ड्रीम लाइफ को कि काश वो बात कह पाती, काश वो अपनी बात को समझा पाती, काश लोग उसको भी सुनते, काश वो भी बहादुरी दिखा पाती, लेकिन ऐसा होता नहीं। तो वो ये सारी चीजें काश वाली एक डिजाइन बना रही है जिसमें वो टाइगर्स को दिखा रही है, और दिखा रही है टाइगर बड़े ब्रेव हैं, बहुत ब्राइट कलर का है, जंगल इतना हरा भरा है जो उसको लगता है कि अपनी लाइफ में शायद उसके हरियाली है ही नहीं, उसकी अपनी लाइफ तो बहुत सूखी सी है, और वो टाइगर की तरह ब्रेव भी नहीं है। लेकिन डिज़ाइन इसलिए वो अच्छा सा बना रही है ताकि उसको थोड़ा टाइम लगता है, जैसे वो एस्केप करके अपनी दुनिया भूल जाती है रियल वाली, और इसी दुनिया में खो जाती है जहाँ पर टाइगर हरियाली में घूम रहा है और टाइगर किसी से डर भी नहीं रहा। लेकिन वो कहती है कि जब वो ये डिज़ाइन बना रही है उसकी अपनी उंगलियां अभी कांप रही हैं, बार बार कांपती हैं, ऐसे लगता है जैसे उससे नीडल उठाई नहीं जाती। क्यों कांपती उसकी उंगलियां? क्योंकि जो उसने रिंग और उसने जो बैंड पहन रखा है जो हस्बैंड ने दिया था शादी के टाइम, वो उसको बार बार याद दिलवाते हैं कि ध्यान रखो, तुम मैरिड वुमेन हो, तुम्हारी कोई आज़ादी नहीं है, तुम्हारी अपनी कोई पहचान नहीं है। और इस वजह से वो हस्बैंड घर में नहीं भी है तो भी वो हमेशा डरी सी रहती है। और फिर वो कहती है जब इस लेडी की डेथ हो जाएगी शायद उसके बाद भी इसके हस्बैंड को या ऐसे इंसानों को, ऐसे मेल्स को समझ नहीं आएगा कि उनकी वाइफ्स जो हैं टाइम से पहले डेथ हो जाती है, एंजॉय नहीं कर पाती हैं लाइफ। नहीं, वो हस्बैंड्स कभी नहीं समझेंगे। और वो लास्ट में कहती है कि शायद वो उन टाइगर्स की तरह, जो टाइगर पैनल में बने हैं, डिज़ाइन में बने हैं, जंपिंग पोज में, और हमेशा जंपिंग पोज में ही रहेंगे, कभी थकेंगे नहीं, तो शायद वो कहती है कि ये जो इस सोसाइटी के हस्बैंड्स हैं, मेल्स हैं, वो भी उन टाइगर्स की तरह जो अपने आप को कभी चेंज नहीं करेंगे और हमेशा पाउंसिंग मोड में रहेंगे, हमेशा दबोचने के मूड में रहेंगे कि कब उनको मौका मिले और कब वो किसी औरत को दबोच लें, अपनी वाइफ को दबोचे और उनके ऊपर अपना रौब दिखाएं। दिस इज वेरी सिंपल पोएम बट हैविंग वेरी डीप मीनिंग, and that's why you need to read it very carefully and prepare it from your heart. Okay, I think this is enough for today and you have understood it. This is what I hope. Now next जो वीडियो मैं बना रही हूँ that would be on the questions. Okay, so in the next video I would be discussing board questions. I hope you would enjoy that also. Thank you.